Barbenheimer was one of the biggest events of the past few years in cinema. Two blockbuster movies that are seemingly complete opposites in terms of style, theme, and visuals released on the same day. While the whole hype surrounding this event feels like a fever dream at this point, the concept of counter-programming, also known as releasing two completely different hit movies on the same day, is nothing new in Hollywood. Pitting two blockbusters against each other is a strategy that's been used to generate hype for decades. There were even special screenings planned for movie fanatics. And while Barbenheimer was iconic, let's check out 5 other similar situations. On November 7, 2003, Christmas was changed forever. Holiday movie lovers were giving the best Hollywood Christmas gift ever back in late 2003 when two films that quickly became audience favorites were released on the same day. Starring the fan favorite Will Ferrell, Elf is a comedy film that has solidified itself as one of the biggest films in his acting catalog, and it was also one of the first movies headed by a now notable Jon Favreau. On the other hand, Love Actually is a rom-com that features the likes of Alan Rickman, Emma Thompson, and Hugh Grant. While not completely different in the same way as Barbenheimer, these two films generated a ton of viewership throughout the 2003 holiday period. They both offered audiences a jolly dose of Christmas spirit, albeit in different forms, and became box office hits.
What are you talking about? I'm Santa Claus.
No, you're not.
Why, of course.
1995 saw one of the first instances of the Barbenheimer phenomenon. The date is November 22nd, 1995. Cinema theaters are full to the brim, albeit with two entirely different audience groups. Why? Well, that was the release date of Toy Story and Casino, two completely different productions aimed at completely different audience groups that both managed to leave a lasting imprint on film history. Casino saw Scorsese return to his iconic gangster movies, with it featuring the likes of Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Sharon Stone in a crime flick where two best friends in the underworld compete for business and for love. On the other hand, Toy Story was a landmark in filmmaking, with it being the first ever fully computer animated film. Its innovative nature was reflected in its success as well, with it grossing $350 million in the box office, while Casino grossed $116, even though many people labeled it the better film.
Good, how are you? You want to do me a favor? You want to take your feet off the table and put your shoes back on?
1999 saw two leading actors reach stardom. What do a sci-fi masterpiece and a teen rom-com have in common? Well, in the case of The Matrix and 10 Things I Hate About You, not a lot. But March 31st, 1999 did put the spotlight on the two leading actors from both films. Keanu Reeves, who absolutely killed it in his role as Neo, and Heath Ledger, who showcased his amazing acting range in his role as Patrick Verona. The Matrix instantly cemented itself as one of the most influential sci-fi films ever created, with it combining excellent storytelling, fantastic acting, and groundbreaking visuals, which obviously led to it dominating the box office. On the other hand, 10 Things I Hate About You didn't do too great initially, but as time passed, the film solidified itself as a true cult classic and one of the most iconic coming-of-age stories ever produced.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
We're going all the way back to June 8, 1984 for this one. Ghostbusters and Gremlins are two of the most iconic, groundbreaking movies of the 80s. Both films were released on June 8, 1984, and they had quite a few similarities. Both were comedic fantasy movies with a spooky vibe, and both had stories that had a ginormous impact on pop culture. Heck, both films even launched their own franchises thanks to the success they saw on the big screen. While Ghostbusters was a bit sillier and was a little bit more family-friendly, and the original Gremlins was more of a horror film, both fell under the same genre and saw major success at the box office, with Ghostbusters becoming the second highest grossing film of 1984. Not only that, but these films are still popular to this day and are seeing modern remakes or even sequels being produced.
What happened? Are you okay?
He slimed me.
That's great! Actual physical...
Before Barbenheimer, there was ABBA vs. Batman. The Dark Knight and Mamma Mia might just be the closest thing we've seen to Barbenheimer. On one side, we have a fun musical film inspired by the band ABBA with a star-studded cast, while on the other hand, we have a gloomy masterpiece produced by Christopher Nolan. Expectations for both movies were sky high before they released on July 18, 2008, and both films delivered. Nolan's superhero flick still holds up to this day, with Heath Ledger's Joker becoming an iconic part of the franchise. Meanwhile, Mamma Mia was seen as a silly movie when it first released, but all that silliness is one of the main reasons why people enjoyed it. Both movies proved successful at the box office, with Mamma Mia grossing $611 million, while The Dark Knight grossed $997 million worldwide and became the highest grossing superhero film at that point.
Know your limits, Master Wayne.
Batman has no limits.
And with that, thank you for watching, guys. Did you watch both Barbie and Oppenheimer? In your opinion, which movie won Barbenheimer? Let us know in the comment section. We'd love to hear your opinion. If you're a fan of lists about your favorite movies and TV shows, we'll be really thankful if you like the video and subscribe. Every little bit helps. Thank you again for watching and see you next time. Same channel, different time.